Hi guys! So today we're making tiramisu. It's one of the easiest no-bake desserts that there is to make. It's so simple and you can make it in a variety of ways, meaning you can make it in a round pan, square, as a trifle, parfait, whatever floats your boat. There's no right or wrong way to make this and display it. So use whatever pan or container you have to create your tiramisu. And the ingredients are the same across the board. So today I'm going to make two 6-inch round tiramisus and I'm going to share the step-by-step guide with everyone. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is in a medium bowl, I'm going to place 4 egg yolks. I have this handy little egg separator that can make separating them slightly easier. If you don't have one, you don't need one. Once I have all 4 of my egg yolks in the bowl, I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm just using white granulated sugar. And I'm going to beat this until it's very pale yellow and kind of expands in volume. Once I have this a nice pale yellow color, I'm going to transfer it to a bigger bowl. In another mixing bowl, I'm going to beat together 3/4 cup of heavy cream and 1/4 cup of sugar until it creates really soft peaks. Once I have my soft peaks formed, I'm going to add in 1 8-ounce container of mascarpone, and I'm going to continue to beat this together until it's a soft, almost creamy, spreadable consistency. Now I'm taking the mascarpone mixture I just made and I'm going to fold it into the sweet egg mixture from earlier. And I'm just going to gently fold this together until it's all combined. I made a strong coffee earlier just using an instant single serve coffee packet. I don't drink coffee, so I didn't just have any sitting in a coffee pot. So I made just a little single serve packet and I let it cool down. And now I'm gonna pour it into a shallow dish that will be easier to dip my cookies into. But before I dip my cookies in, I need to add 2 tablespoons of rum, or you could add kahlua. I've made it with both and both are delicious. You can do whichever one you have on hand, or you can omit the alcohol completely. It still tastes great without the alcohol. Then you just give it a little bit of a stir and your coffee mixture is ready for dipping. Okay, so now I'm going to add a dusting of cocoa powder to the bottom of my 6-inch round cake pan. So whatever pan you're going to use or whatever container you're going to use, you're going to just put a little dusting of cocoa powder. And then I'm going to start dipping my ladyfinger cookies into my coffee mixture. And I'm going to lay them into my pan. You don't need to leave the cookies in the mixture for very long. They soak it up very quickly. You can lay the cookie flat side down or round side down. It really does not matter. And you can lay them whatever direction you want. People even lay all the cookies down first and then they pour coffee over them. You do whatever you'd like to do. The only real rule here is that you have your cookies mixed with the coffee in one way or the other. Try it a couple of different ways, see how you like to make it, and then do what's best for you, or mix it up and each time you make it differently. Once I have my first layer of cookies down, I'm going to add a layer of cream and I'm going to spread it evenly over the top. Then I'm going to add another layer of cookies and then a final layer of cream until my pan is completely full. So once my pan is layered to the top, I'm going to add a final dusting of cocoa powder to the very top to make it look beautiful, and then I'm going to place it into the fridge for at least 4 to 6 hours, if not longer. The longer you leave it in there, the better. It has time to set up and it looks better when you slice it and all that good stuff, but honestly, I've eaten mine after about 2 or 3 hours because who can wait that long? It's so good and it's just right there. So 2 to 3 hours, but really 4 to 6 hours so it has time to set up is really what you'd like to do. Okay, so now this recipe makes enough for 2 6-inch cake pans. So the first one went into the fridge, that's gonna be for dessert later tonight. But the second one I'm gonna put into the freezer. So I'm doing all of those same steps that I just did over again with my second pan, but I've lined it with some saran wrap so I can easily lift out the tiramisu after it's frozen. And I can place it into a different container to store it in the freezer for later, because I'm gonna need my cake pan. I gotta make cakes. Okay, so my tiramisu is frozen. Now I'm going to just use the saran wrap to pull it out of my cake pan and put it into a different container so I can store it in the freezer for a later date. Now the one I placed into the refrigerator is ready to be sliced and plated, so I'm just going to use a butter knife to cut it, and then I'm going to place it on a plate. And if you want to be all fancy, you can dust your plate with extra cocoa powder, why not? And voila, that's it. Your tiramisu is done. Super easy, no baking, and it's perfect for summer. I love cold dessert in the summertime. It is my weakness. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.